Hello, hello, hello. Excuse me, Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, August 2023. Okay, let's get going. So, underlying cards, you have the Ten of Cups and the Lenormand book. The book can be about secrets. It can also be about anything to do with the written word, knowledge. And there's something here about this happy building a dream, this attainment of emotional success, something that makes you very happy that's taken a long time to get to this point. Are you building some kind of are you publishing something? Are you working on writing a book? Are you getting a home for your family? Um, there's something here that's taken a long time to manifest. Um, there's a lot of emotional investment in it. And it seems like there was something competitive or there was a struggle that was kind of destined in building this, whatever this is. Yeah, some building that's taken a long time to get there. It's maybe it's a children's book. It's something about some kind of culmination of something. But let's get into it. First placement, what you're presently experiencing in the situation. You are completing something that has been a long time coming. There is a burden that is being complete. There's a complete turnaround, a new cycle that is coming from some kind of struggle. This could have been way into the past. This could have been also something that happened that's been coming from a distance. There is this is like the hip hip hooray, I finally did it kind of the final card of the tarot. It's a major arcana, so it holds power. It packs power. And it's like you've climbed a mountain, you've gotten to the top of something and made it down the other side, and now you can say, I have the t-shirt, you know? What's kind of helping or hindering the situation is this realization that you found the answer to something, the answer to your prayers in some sort of way, or you've received some kind of wake up call that is giving you clarity and on your path forward in some sort of way. It's the key to your troubles. It's the key to your strife. It's the situation is now over. It is ending presently. This can be also at the world front, something in the world at a distance. There's something foreign involved with this, or there's some kind of publishing situation or process that's going on at a distance. The finishing up is going on at a distance. It could be a race. It could be quite a bit of different things that can fall into this category. And I say race because I do have the Chariot card in the past here, and I have in the near future this road, this path card. So there's it's like you're ready to go. You're ready to go on to the next thing. What you're thinking about right now, the state of mind you're in, you're aware that you are becoming more balanced in your approach to things and the way you think and the way you feel. You're feeling happier. There could be something to do with marriage here. You're thinking about marriage, or thinking about making things balanced and beautiful. There could be some sort of aesthetic kind of approach to a decorating approach to balancing out of the aesthetics of something. you're feeling pretty, you're thinking about how happy you are about this situation becoming more balanced and more justice. It's a more justified situation now in some sort of way. What you're not aware of is the struggle or the sacrifices it will take to get this new manifestation off the ground. Maybe the next step will be a little harder than you anticipate. If this has to do with anything in terms of your spiritual progress or your spiritual development in some sort of way, initiation in some sort of way, there's a little more to it maybe than you're thinking at this time. I'm not sure where that falls into play. There's something about the finishing touches of something, the aesthetic, and you've completed something. It's functioning. But now it's time to work on the final touches. You may get a call that you need to answer in regards to this. You might have to sacrifice your creativity a little bit in regards to this situation. In the past, I see that there was some sort of dispute over some commitment, some trust, some companionship, some partnership of some kind. Only one person could get out on top, or somebody got out with a lot more than anyone else did, and it wasn't really as fair as you would have liked, or everybody lost in the end because there was an argument and we all went our separate ways, and the struggle was real in some sort of partnership. But you're moving forward into the future, having taken this experience, and you're allowing it to help you and guide you and push you into success in the present. This could have been a legal dispute because I do have the Justice card, and I have the Judgment card, and it could have been over a car, who gets a car in a relationship, or who gets to move, who needs to move, and who gets to stay. There's something contractual, and there's a commitment here, and it hasn't always been easy. There's been some burden and struggle and strife through this, immense struggle with the mountain there. It was a huge ordeal, and it's finally being, the judge's answer is coming through. You're thinking that things are going in your favor, that you're happy about the balanced and justified decision of something, and that things are now progressing forward out of the past and into the future. And in the near future, I see that there is a choice you'll have to make about who you're going to collaborate with, who you're going to involve in your artistic endeavors or your financial endeavors, or both. You might have a couple different options or a few different options as to who to go with. There is this need to isolate the best person for the job or company for the job in order to help you gain stability and traction in this field of whatever you're going into, or whatever situation you're going down, whatever road you're going down. The third house has to do with communications, And so I really think that if this is a publishing situation, that you're deciding on who to go with. Should I go with this publisher or that publisher? Should I just self-publish? There's three different options as to, or three different offers that you'll be getting. This could be three different lawyers. This could be three different. I mean, I would maybe not lawyers. Something here is allowing you to have some stability financially in the future from a choice that you've made or path that you've taken. Now, your advice in the situation is that you need to take a risk or start on you just gotta jump. An opportunity is gonna come, or when these opportunities come, you gotta jump on it. It's gonna be fast moving and sudden energy. I definitely think sudden. This was like this sudden answer, or this sudden callback, or this sudden. All of a sudden, you get an email, and you're like, "Oh my god, I have to." It's saying, "Be ready to jump in." The Judgment card is also that kind of sudden thing, sudden realization, sudden changes that are coming in, the sudden, the solution, the resolution. There's a rebirth here coming out of this thing. You're being like woken up by an alarm to get going on something, and it's going to be rapid, very fast movement, because you have the Eight of Rods here. So lots of communication, sudden communication, and a lot of it in terms of some kind of illusionary thing. Like, there's like a discerning quality. You're being advised to discern between fact and fiction as well. And you're going to have to take the approach of cutting out the bullshit. You're going to need to cut out the bullshit, because there's going to be a lot of different things coming at you and suddenly, and you're going to have to decide what is real, what is not real. Is there any deceptions in this situation? Don't be afraid to communicate about what isn't true and what isn't true, with harsh discernment, with removing the BS. There's a need to edit somebody else's lies or deceptions in some sort of way, or to cut through the fantasy or the over idealistic approach. It's confusing. There's a lot of muddled emotional energy, and that you need to be rational and sharp-minded during this time. That's the advice. And move fast and think fast. Other people see this as being a harmonious time for you in partnerships, that you're getting a contract of some kind. You may be getting married, because I do have the ring in the past. There could have been a divorce. That could speak of a past relationship where there was a divorce, and now that there's this divine union, there are two entities coming together, and spirit is present. So that's meaning there's a trinity. There is some manifestation of a new entity or a new thing now. The relationship itself is something else. So this is also something that is going to be a contract or written word, or it could be also about a love story. If it's writing that you're doing, it's a sci-fi love story of some kind, something like that. I don't know. There is something here about also other people's resources and coming together with other people in order to make something a shared asset. There's a sharing of assets here. There's some sort of communication about shared resources or assets that's in the written word as well. This is about the movement of assets as well. Wills, inheritances, trusts, being brought into a family, a family dynamic, and sharing resources, assets, property. There's also the duality here of what I think and what you think, and somehow coming together and brainstorming our deepest, most intimate histories, sharing of secrets. There's this vulnerability and sharing of secrets, becoming one with each other, and so we share everything together. There's an intimacy here about that. And it could be a diary, just because I said the intimacy part in this paperwork here, and I have the book here. So there's something here about a diary, a history of a diary, some kind of ancestral lineage, some ancestry. You might be doing 23andMe. There's something here about that, finding out the deepest secrets of our past history, and there's also this realizing, not understanding the burdens that once were in the ancestral line, or the cross that was bared back in the day, not knowing you came from a certain line of people, and burdened by this new beginning in some sort of way, that is something you're not aware of about your spiritual background or something like that. I see this as a cross as well. Something spiritual. You might find out that somebody in your family was a priest or a high priestess or something like that. Something like that. There's an archives here. There's about past marriages, information about marriages, records, historical records. Alright. I got off on a tangent. Sorry. Let's go to the Pope. The Pope. I'm getting very spiritual vibes with this ninth house Pope and the chalice, the Ace of Cups next to it. There's something connecting a leader of a spiritual group. This could be the love that is connected by or is expanding upon by the church in some sort of way, so, or some spiritual leader. This can also be your father getting remarried or having a new partner, and that expanding your connections in some sort of way. There's like a marriage of the past not working out, but there's a new kind of moving forward for a family member potentially. Maybe it's taken this person a very long time to have a new beginning in your family in terms of love. There's something here about this new start. There's like a tradition as well. This is a tradition of rites. This is a ritual. This is a ceremony of the cup, of somebody having like a specific item that is something that is an heirloom of some kind. Believing that love connects us all in some sort of way comes into play. yeah, the priest in the house of the higher philosophy, spirituality. This is also um, some type of foreign custom that is a tradition, um, about some sort of new love. That's the way they do their tradition of somebody being in love, or having a new baby even. I don't have the high priestess anywhere. Um, the fifth house doesn't look like there's much about pregnancy, other than there's the Ten of Cups does speak about a family, so I guess I could go off that. Maybe that somebody's becoming a father, and you're connected to this person through social media or through the internet at a distance. There's something here about a new beginning in love, or a new love that we could share, that connects us all together. So this is a marriage, a baby, some sort of beautiful new beginning. And there is some sort of tradition, and it could involve a family leader, or the leader of some kind of spiritual path. This can also be learning the traditions of your spiritual background, or going abroad to do some sort of sabbatical of some kind, and starting a new beginning in that connects you to the greater. It's like a dream come true as well with the star here. It's expanding upon this love. It's a blessing. It's like you have the father's blessing at a distance for the marriage, or you are being blessed by this kind of tradition. You're being initiated and blessed in this tradition. Something is connecting you to. You might be calling your father at a distance and telling him that you have a new love, that you're in love, and or you might be zooming on the internet about it and talking about it. There's something here about that. There's some tradition and rite of passage in terms of your ninth house. In your career is stabilizing. There's stability there, and you feel like you can trust how things have been going in career. So that's good. But the overall outcome, I'll go back to that. In the immediate future, you're going to make a choice about who to collaborate with, who to partner up with, which church to join. I mean, this is very like I'm becoming a priest vibes almost. Because you have the trumpet, the call. You hear the call, you answer the call. And then you have a path that joins you, and it's a very Trinity kind of thing. The path that joins, that connects. And then you have this Hierophant type card, the Pope, and he's all about tradition and order and following the traditions in order to elevate yourself, ascend yourself onto a spiritual path. Or it can be about school as well, an organization, a building of some kind of place where we go to learn. This is higher learning, so this could be college as well. You might have gotten into, or you might be starting to take courses online at a college that's at a distance. You might be finally like attending school and learning at it could be a Catholic or a religious type of college. There is something here about the path that brings you together with other people to learn something, and a tradition, and um, this is how we do things, and there's steps to elevate yourself along a path, and it's a new beginning, a blessing that you love, that you are expanding your dreams, you're growing your dreams. It's also could be connected to technology or the internet or innovation in some sort of way. It's a dream come true. It's also the house of dreams come true. So it ends up that this collaboration, this entering into some sort of like-minded gathering of people, it secures the path. It provides security, and it's for the long term. You will have to have some sort of trust or faith and go the distance with it. You're putting down a burden in love, or you're putting down a burden of the burden of a relationship in order to travel, in order to go the distance with something. This is also taking a cruise with somebody, going on a extended trip with somebody that you love. You're letting go of a relationship of some kind, or you're not wanting to fight for a relationship anymore. This love could have been a past love or somebody that you've had for a long time. Or maybe you're giving up on the love you have for an associate or a friend because it's taken too long, or you've just been kind of holding on for a very long time, and trusting and having faith, and it just hasn't panned out in the way that you wanted. So you're moving things forward. You're taking your romance to another place, another town, because there's like these small baby steps you're taking towards something, and you're doing it in relationship. So it was going too slow, I think, for some of you, and you got an offer to go somewhere else, and now you're sailing your ship elsewhere. This can also have to do with an adventure to some sort of, you want to go with somebody who's of the same spiritual background as you, or someone is journeying to go learn a new learn the steps of a new relationship, the balance of a relationship. So there's something here about karma as well, because of the Libra card in the 12th house. Maybe something took longer than you would have liked in the past, and so you left a situation, or somebody else that you were in a relationship in the past who left you is now getting their wake-up call, because now you've moved on, you've met a new love, and you couldn't wait for them anymore, and so that ship has sailed. Um, what else? You got your dream coming up. It's a dream trip. It's this is also like there's some sort of cultivating um, or putting together slowly, step by step planning some sort of trip. Um, to a courthouse as well. So this could have to do with the new relationship that's coming in, if that is the case. Leaving behind an old relationship, someone starting a new relationship. The father's blessing. You have the father's blessing. He might give it over the internet because he lives very far away. There's something here about love. This is a very the book of love. There's something here about family history, culture differences. The only way that somebody might be able to get on the good side of the father of somebody's family is to join their church or to join their culture or to join there's something here about that. There's being you're being reborn. There's like a born again kind of feeling to this as well. You're going through a rebirth after completing some sort of cycle. You're getting justice in a situation, or you feel it's fair. You feel good about what's happening. There is some sort of you maybe didn't think that there would be such a sacrifice in order to start this new sizzling beginning. I think that maybe their culture, there's because the Chariot card is very parallel, right? They're two opposing things. There's two different horses there, but they both need to go straight forward at the same speed and stop and go at the same time, and they're never able to touch really, or look at each other, or so it's like as if maybe tradition says there's no sex allowed until marriage, and there's no way around that. It's very strict traditional. They're the reputation of being very. There's a weight to the religion. There's a strict kind of heavy. There's a lot of weight here. There's a lot of. It's very solid. Their faith is very solid in what they believe. So there could be some hiccups with that coming into the future. It seems like it's going to be really good. This is just looking at the Lenormand alone. It's very a romantic getaway to me in some sort of way. Like you choose to go on a romantic getaway after some sort of. There could have just been a battle of wills, a battle of ideas, a battle of wills in the past with this relationship, and now there's some sort of understanding of how to drive the relationship into success forward, overcoming obstacles. The answer is gonna come to you. You're gonna realize it, and it's gonna lead you down a path of exploration of other cultures, or there's some sort of stability in love, and there's some sort of honeymoon kind of phase coming in. in the future. Taking your time to cultivate the relationship on a spiritual level, moving things forward, progressing. There's a lot of movement here. There's movement in the past that's fast movement out of the troubled times, and we're going into like a gentle movement into, off into the sunset in the future. It's like you were getting away from something in the past, and now you're like, oh, I want to enjoy my time on the sea now. I want to see the sunset. It's enjoying life a little more and seeing the spiritual side of life in the mundane things. All right, first house. There is something to do with, it could be a female issue, having to do with the body. So if there's any kind of difficulty with sexual issues with a female body person, there is something about taking your time and relaxing your body and making sure that you are prepared for things. There's no need to force something. I think it's not about that life. This is also about being on one's cycle in some sort of way, clotting in some sort of way. Obviously, this is a tarot reading on the internet for a general population of a zodiac sign. I would definitely go to a doctor, speak to a licensed medical professional about any questions you have with your body or any issues you have with your body. But this is something I'm seeing. It's like it's the time for something, and there's maybe some issues with lumping up of things, and the flow of things, not to be gross. There is also maybe having some sort of delayed labor. If you're having a baby, there might be it might take a little longer for this labor to go through. This is also the passing of a kidney stone. This is some sort of blockage being released. So if there's been any kind of abscess or cyst or boil or anything like that, this is there being an opening created and a release of that. Fun times. Second house, your resources. You're going to get a call about something financial that is going to be a solution for you. There is some sort of you might have to get up earlier to catch the early bird special somewhere. There's something about realizing the solution and to what you value, realizing what you value, and that being the solution to some sort of situation, financial related, resource related. This can also have to do with getting a call about you've been having some constipation issues or something, and you get a call from a test you had done, and they tell you that you are allergic to gluten or you have an intolerance or something, and you're able to find the solution to the problem, and you're going to change your diet around. What you consume is a second house. So this is the solution. You'll just eat more of something or less of something. you know? Um, third house. Somebody in your neighborhood, or like a neighbor, a cousin, a sibling, could be getting married during this time. There's a lot of happiness and harmony, and there could be a trip to a church or a courthouse involved in this. Um, it seems like it's actually a happy time. It could be a celebration of some kind, or a recognition of the balance of something, or the justice of something. There's something here about um, this cheerfulness being brought into that house, so that's cool. Um, this is also getting ready for a formal event in your neighborhood. Um, fourth house. You might have a passion project at your home or in your family that is becoming a bit of a burden. You didn't realize how much of a sacrifice or a struggle it would be to get this done. It could have to do with building something, or installing a fence, or anything to do with um, it, even if you have a family and you're just looking for some private time alone at home, or trying to have some spiritual time to yourself. It feels like that might be a bit of a struggle during this period for you, Leo. Um, I don't know why I'm getting like to find a new home might also be kind of a struggle at this time. It might be something that's just like really hard to accomplish if you're looking for a new place to live. Um, I feel like you're really excited about it, but it's just the move. If you move homes, it might be a lot of boxes to carry, a lot of heavy things to move. Um, in the fifth house, it seems like you're picking your battles in terms of a relationship in your romantic life, or maybe there's a game that you play in sports. So you're part of a team of some kind, or some sort of competitive leisure activity where you lose a game, but then the game of this, but you lose the game, but you take home for the season. I don't know. I don't do sports. I just don't. I'm really bad at that stuff. Um, but for some reason, there's some sort of partnership involved in this, or um, a commitment to it. So you're committed to winning after losing something. So there's something there. Um, this could also be about racing, if you drag race, or there's something here about there's some sort of race, or there's some sort of competition of some kind where um, you're gonna bring your A game this time, because maybe last year you didn't place and now you want to place. So and I see like a victory. I see that something is moving forward together. If this is about a romantic relationship, the arguments of the past will somehow you'll be able to agree to disagree, and both of you will have some sort of movement forward in the relationship. Um, there's also this kind of Neptunian and Cancerian vibes from the Chariot that I'm picking up on. Like, maybe you both have spiritual differences of some kind, or you can't agree on what kind of movies to watch. Somebody likes war movies, and the other one, could like, yeah, I'm just seeing like war movies and ancient like gladiator stuff. You might go see a movie that's like a war movie, or something about sci-fi war stuff with a partner. aliens, alien war, something like that. Um, there is in the sixth house, routine, um, collaborating at work and on a team might be some sort of new thing you're doing. Um, there is also this is like project management, and you're choosing which kind of avenue to have an event at. You're setting up for an event. There's something you're planning, and like um, you're deciding where you should take something, where you should plan something, where you should have an event. In terms of your health, I see there being stability in the health from efforts that you're putting in, or you're collaborating with somebody on getting your health in order. Maybe you're going to the gym or yoga class with a couple of your friends. Maybe somebody gives you some insight into something that they went through in the past, and you're able to kind of take the information and kind of teamwork. You might have some sort of medical team that is helping you to make a choice about something. This is also about blood work as well. Blood work. This is also learning something of like apprenticeship or going to school. So you could be teaching kids for teaching at a school. The path. I only say blood work because of the path reminds me of veins. So there's like, maybe you have varicose veins on your limbs and you want to have a team work on those. There's something here about that, but I don't really see anything else that's like harmful. It looks like it's stabilizing a path to better health, better routine, better job. Maybe you're adding in a few things in your daily routine that are going to help your health, help strengthen your routine in some sort of way by putting post-its on things. I see that. Having a bulletin board to kind of organize yourself better. Having somebody else there to help keep you organized, that also comes through. You'll have more regular meetings during this period at work or in your day-to-day. You might be getting your third pet as well. Or you might add another family member, say like, it's just you and your partner and you get a pet. Take them on walks. See that one. Seventh house. Taking risks in relationships. Trying new things with relationships of all kinds. Taking quick trips to the movies. Maybe you like horror movies. I do have the scythe here. So it's like there's an illusion here, or cutting out the BS as well. Maybe somebody's kind of I hate to say this, but like a fool, like they're a goofball, and they tell a lot, they talk a lot of game, or they talk a lot of crap, and you're cutting through the BS with something in the relationship. Like you're like, I always have to edit everything I hear from this person. Or if this is your romantic relationship, somebody might take the risk and put themselves out there that they want to communicate with you again, and you have to decide for yourself what's real about this, what they're saying, and what's not. Somebody also might say that they're not drinking anymore, that they've quit drinking, but I think you're cutting through the illusion of that. Like, you see it as a whole lot of talk and not a lot of doing. There is, in your 8th house, I think I talked about this already, but there's some sort of sharing of assets with a lover, or some sort of formal union. This is also could be a union contract coming in, having to do with your job. That's what this could be about, like unionizing of some kind, or taking a path of collaboration. So there could be meetings about that, a formality of some kind. This could be just literally talking about sharing assets with your partner and getting it in writing. So like a prenup, or you want to move in together but you still want like a contract, a rental agreement or something. I don't know exactly what this could be. This is also about communication via text message, about somebody offering to have intimate relations with somebody, or to this is sexting as well. Communicating about sex. All right. I did say it's like some sort of formal initiation as well. So, okay. 9th house. I did say that it was a father figure or a leader of some sort of organization that could be abroad or could be on the internet. There could be some Zoom meeting or something, or there is some sort of blessing or good news coming from this person that's a dream come true, or this person could be connected to you at a distance and they're talking about, they give you a blessing, or some good news that there's a baby in the family at a distance, or someone's going to be a dad at a distance. If you have a father who is newly dating somebody, it could be that you could see their relationship starting to grow, or this new love of his could connect with you on the internet, want to be Facebook friends, or you could meet a very traditional kind of person at a distance, and start a new love relationship online with this person as well. Your career is saying have trust in your career, have faith that this will be stable for you. It seems like the career card is in the career house, and it has to do with faith. So because I have him here, you might be involved in some sort of spiritual job of some kind, and it's saying that there's some stability there. There will be stability there in the month of August. I do see that in the 11th house, you'll be putting down a burden in order to focus more on love, or if love has been a burden, you will be putting that down and not beating yourself up about it. You really love your career, and so you might be sacrificing more of your time for a career, or maybe you have a lover at a distance and you're more focused on career, so this long distance relationship can really kind of you can take your sweet time with it, and you can focus on your career and get your career where you want it to be, because that's where I see here there's like a trip to movement that is slow and steady progress in terms of a relationship, and it's coming in the 12th house. So it's like this person could be a Pisces or a Taurus or a Libra, because I do have the Libra card. I just see like there being slow steps in regards to your spiritual progress, or really planning things, doing things right, making sure you might be going on a retreat, spiritual retreat somewhere. You might be meditating. You might be taking the time to cultivate your spiritual practice of any kind. Maybe you're taking a routine trip to church every Sunday, for example, or celebrating the Sabbath of your spiritual path. There's something here about maybe a rite of passage and a trip somewhere, and taking the steps. This is taking the steps. This is taking your time doing the steps, really learning and keeping your balance as well spiritually. So you're wanting to balance your work life, your love life, and your spirituality, and that's what you're going to be focused on mainly in this month. Somebody could be publishing a book or building a family, or telling something, keeping something private within the family for a short amount of time. You might get the results that you're going to have a family. There's just something here about that. All right, Leo. I really hope you enjoyed your reading. Please like, share, and subscribe if you would. And I'll see you in September.